today on this edition of Tea with.
Much better.
I did that on purpose.
I know. I'm not editing that out.
I know.
We didn't say anything.
Okay, so anyway,
We're fine with it.
before my director so rudely interrupted us, we are, Downton Abbey, which we're all fans. That's why we're all here. The new season started on January the 5th. Yeah. And so we're here to talk about it. And we're at this lovely home belonging to Jim and Linda Fondridge. They were very gracious to let us tape here today. And even though it's not in Downton Abbey, it kind of makes us feel like the whole atmosphere, right?
It does. It does.
Seriously, yeah. So my guest star, Jeannie Nicholson from Nicholson Arts and Atelier. Shannon Bell from Colwell Banker, and she's the one that got us in here today. And Wanda Cook from Staffing Solutions. And so we're going to talk. That's just what we're going to do, is talk about Downton Abbey. And when we watched it Sunday night, we agreed, the four of us, that we would not discuss it until just now. And I actually haven't discussed it with anyone.
I discussed it with Kelly only because she started it.
Oh, you broke the
rules.
rule.
You have to excuse yourself.
I'm excused. I'll just drink tea.
It should be well warmed up.
Okay, so what did y'all think about that first episode of the new season? Just overall. Were you excited? Were you disappointed?
Oh, no, I was surprised at a couple of things.
What?
All of it.
All of it.
Okay. Were you surprised? Let me tell you what caught me off guard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know everybody's names. But I think her name is Edith.
The middle
Yes,
girl.
uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, they were having this whole discussion about her going to live in sin with the married boyfriend who's going to move to Germany and change his citizenship so he can divorce his wife. Now, is she crazy? What is the whole... Is she mentally ill?
Nobody's ever loved her, so she'll just do anything.
No. I'm not talking about Edith. I'm talking about the crazy boyfriend's wife.
Oh, yeah, he says
Yes,
she is.
She's mentally ill.
Yes.
Okay.
And Germany's the only place that he can get the divorce, because you can't get a divorce on those grounds.
Quickly.
Right.
Okay, I get that.
In
But
England
I didn't
at
know that
all,
people
I don't
lived in sin back in the 1900s, early 1900s.
Do you think that's me?
Yes.
You did not invent this. I mean, not you, but it
Sorry,
wasn't
Mom.
invented. It wasn't invented recently.
You invented it?
I'm not that old.
But I was a little caught off guard by that because it didn't
The
match.
Roaring 20s.
No, but let me tell you, it didn't match with. They were in this restaurant. You remember this scene? Don't roll your eyes at me. They were in this restaurant, and she wanted to kiss him, and he was like, right here in public in front of all these people. But they had just been having a conversation about living together, and he's married and moving to. I mean, that was all just didn't.
Well, I think he was more respect for her. Did she really want to do that? That's what I think.
Yeah,
it
we're
was.
in public, so
Yeah.
it's a public display. Do you
Yeah.
want to do that?
Yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that went
that.
right.
Do you get that?
Yeah. That.
Okay. I think he was looking out for her more than anything. Yeah.
I wonder if the wife's really crazy.
I don't know. I don't think we're ever going to meet her. I don't think she's going to be a character that we know.
I know it's one of those that's behind the scenes, and you don't know, is she really crazy?
Yeah,
Is she not really crazy?
Has she ever asked to meet or find out who she is? Edith?
Well, yeah, and wouldn't you be worried about somebody that'd be so willing to leave their wife and move to a different country to terminate their
Well, it's
citizenship?
1920, so they can't like Google and
I know, but wouldn't you be thinking, gosh, what if he did that to me one day?
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I would be thinking that.
Well, I don't know.
Not Edith. Not her.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just think it's totally out of character that she would even consider.
Yeah.
Okay. Like living in sin with someone, and he has to go to Germany, which is like the most hated country on the face of the earth at this time.
Exactly.
And become a German citizen.
Right.
It's like,
And she's okay with
and that's
that.
all
When
right.
didn't he
Yeah.
have to be over there for a certain amount of time too?
Yeah, right.
And he
You
wanted
had to
her to
live
go.
there. He would have to go
Yeah.
and live there. So
Yeah.
you have to go live with him. And it's like, Germany? Of all places, Germany?
Yeah, but she didn't run home and announce that.
No, she didn't.
So I think she's thinking about doing it.
Oh, I hope not.
Sounds like she is.
Yeah.
And then the other one that I think is, I don't quite get her yet, is her name Rose? the relative that
Isn't
stayed
she
with
like a
them.
cousin? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's
She's
the,
very deceitful.
she's the one that they had to follow around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she wouldn't put that ad up for the lady's maid.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Went behind everybody's back.
Well, her mother's the one that stole the maid. What's her
Yeah.
name? What's her name that left?
Yeah.
That we don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
We
she's
can't
in
remember
cahoots
her
with
name.
Yeah.
We don't like
The
her.
one with the hair that went like
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
Hair.
She did.
So you can tell
Yeah.
she's not a liked character because we can't remember her name.
But
Probably
I am.
in here.
I'm
I have
not
the list of
sure-
names if we want to get them out. So we can look.
I'm not sure that she's completely gone.
No, she's
because
coming back.
I had not heard that she was leaving the show.
Well, they were on TV a few times talking about it, so.
You don't think she?
Well, I did read
No,
something
she's
where they
not
said
out.
she may come back.
That's not Mrs.
May.
Hughes, is it?
No.
No,
Mrs.
no.
Hughes is the like lady in charge.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
like her.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. Tom and
My favorite character is the new Mrs. Bates.
Of course.
Why would you?
Anna.
Anna?
And why would you say that? Of course.
Well, because that's her whole character is to be the most liked.
Yeah. Is it okay? Well,
Yeah.
then I'm doing a good job. Then.
She reminds me of
worked
you,
for
actually.
you.
Does she really?
Yeah.
Do what now?
it worked for you.
I loved it. Yeah.
Well, I
I
think
got
you're
sucked
like
right
her.
into it, didn't I?
Yeah,
I think you're like her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like her. I just.
She's very sweet.
Yeah.
Always thinking of other people.
But I was reading some stuff that she's. Things are going to happen to her. Bless her heart. I'm not going to say anything. I read.
Yeah, they did that start.
Mhm.
They kind of started
Yeah.
setting that up.
They're setting it up.
Yeah, that was
Mhm.
the
I have
first
to watch it
episode.
again. I think I was distracted during part of it.
Yeah.
yeah, well, they made it look like she had done something to one
Yeah.
of Lady Grantham's.
Oh, her dress.
Mhm.
But it was the.
But of course, that was Barrows that did that.
Oh, that was to me kind of a tricky thing. He always looks like he's up to something,
Mhm.
but in this case, he was doing the right thing.
He did the right thing with the
Yeah.
nanny.
But I don't think he really knew that she was up to no
Exactly.
good. I think he
No,
made
I
that
think
up.
Exactly. It
actually
kind of
making
worked
stuff
in
up.
his favor. Yeah.
He was actually making it
Yeah.
up, and then it actually turned out to be.
Yeah.
She wasn't a good
horrible.
person.
She
Mhm.
was saying to
I
the
know.
baby.
Yeah. When that happened, I kind of went. When she was looking in there, I just knew that it was going to be fine. And then she turned around and said that to that baby. That just hurt my.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah, that was one of the surprises for me.
Well, I think that in this episode, Lady Grantham, is that her name?
Yeah, Cora.
Mhm.
Yes, Cora. Elizabeth Montgomery. Yeah. She was kind of whiny.
She's
A
always
little
kind of
whiny.
whiny.
She was extraordinarily whiny. She was
She's an
sitting.
extraordinarily wealthy woman
Yeah.
who's always had her way. Think about it.
Right, and it was her fortune that saved Downton
Right.
to
Yeah,
begin
right,
with,
right.
and now her husband squandered it away.
Right.
More than one.
She's always kind
Right.
of whiny.
Yeah.
And then fighting to spend
Mhm.
the son-in-law's money now.
Mhm.
It doesn't want his daughter to have anything to do with it. But when she was sitting in the bed and she found out that her maid had left, and she was like, "Oh, really? How could she?
The very idea.
Yeah,
Who will dress me?
Yeah,
Mhm.
who'll fix my hair?
Mhm.
I just had her all broken in.
There's 1,000 people
And now
working
wouldn't,
in that
wouldn't we
house.
all love to have someone to be there and pick out my outfit in the morning and help me get dressed and fix my hair and do
It's
my
that
makeup?
lottery winner dream.
Yeah.
No.
Every morning somebody. Well, what kills me is when they walk in and they're still putting their stuff away and she's in the bed. And
Yeah.
here he comes in
Right.
in his dressing gown. It's
Yeah, and it's
this
like
is
not.
just strange.
And it's not weird. I guess that's just the way they live, and it's not weird. But
It's a
I
little
was kind of
weird to me.
uncomfortable with it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't really want somebody coming in my bedroom and.
But I do want somebody to do my hair every day. If I
Yeah,
did
see,
win
I
the
could do
lottery,
that part of it.
Mhm.
I would
Someone
have
help
a
me.
salon fully staffed at all times. Wherever in the globe I was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my dream.
I'll be your hairdresser.
If you get to go globe trotting with her, so you can be a hairdresser.
Let me take my dogs.
Deal breaker.
Okay, what else?
I like Tom. And I like Tom because he was just a regular guy. before
The
he got
chauffeur?
there. No, he's not a chauffeur anymore. Remember, we have to call him whatever now. You can't call him Tom anymore. What is that?
Mr.
What's his name?
Mr. Tom.
He'll always be
He'll
Tom
always be the
Dust.
chauffeur.
What's his name? Sibby's daddy.
Sibby's daddy, right?
And that baby had so much hair. Did you see that little girl with all that hair?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I had that much hair though when I was 1 year old.
Did you?
Yeah, it
Oh,
came
wow.
all the way down and flipped. I was 1 year old.
I didn't
That's
have hair
kind of
till I
like
was about
Jennifer's
3.
little girl.
It reminded
Jennifer
me of
Walker,
her.
the little girl has a ton of hair. But Jennifer did too.
Yeah, she reminded me of her.
Yeah.
What did I like?
So yeah, Tom. It seems to me like Tom, his character. They're building him to have like common sense, you know, and like when he was kind of pushing, what's her name,
Mary.
Mary, to take more active role. That you know some of the things he was explaining to her about the taxes and you know that her dad was wanting to split the land up and sell it off. That wasn't a good idea. He seems like he has a business. They're portraying him as a person with a business sense to him.
I guess Matthew trained him well and quickly, because how would the chauffeur know all that? That bothered me a little bit.
No, but wasn't from where he was from. He had an agricultural background.
Yeah,
from
he
where, in Ireland,
Scotland or Ireland.
Ireland, where
Okay.
he was from. So he already knew some of that stuff
Okay.
and identified with. And he had actually kind of come up in the ranks to be a chauffeur.
Well, even Mary knew more than I thought she would. You know, Matthew, like you said, he did his job. He let them know what was going on.
But Father
So-
put her in her place at the table.
And then
Showed
she
her
put
really quickly that
Mhm.
she didn't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
What she
and then
needed
she
to know.
certainly put him right back in his place
I
when
know.
she showed up at that luncheon.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
But it was like, well, you raised her, you should know, you know, because it's like, takes one to know one. They're exactly
But you know,
alike.
it's funny because all the women are kind of against him right now. His mother.
Oh, his mother always is.
Oh yeah. If he says yes, she says no. She doesn't even know what the topic is.
What did she say? I loved it when she said, when you say things like that, I need to get your,
The nanny.
I need to call Nanny and get your nappy or something.
I'll get your nappy changed or
Changed
something.
or something. Whatever she said, it was just like, oh my gosh. that's so
She has the best line.
I know.
She does. She does.
I also noticed that, and I guess they mean to do it, is that all the ladies are always look so pale. But I guess they do. Did they do that on purpose? You know, they didn't
Yes,
have
they do that
sun
on-
back there.
Yes, no.
Back
yes,
then?
they do that on purpose.
Okay.
Go to England.
Uh-huh.
Look around.
Uh-huh.
There's not a lot of sun-tanned people because there's not a lot of heavy sun
Oh,
in England.
okay.
It's always overcast or foggy or raining.
Oh, okay.
So they're just paler
Oh.
people. And I can actually tell English tourists on the street here very quickly
Really? Because-
by their complexion and the way they dress.
Yeah.
Before they ever open their mouth, and but I can just tell by their
Yeah.
complexion, really, because it's always so cold and.
Because to me, Mary even looked
Is that
more
not true?
paler, and because she's been inside for 6 months, I'm
Well,
sure.
see, I think in that episode they were trying to make her little
Pitiful.
Miss Pitiful,
Pitiful,
Yeah, they were
yeah.
right.
Mary, because then once she came to the luncheon, she didn't look quite so pale.
No, that's true. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. She did.
Well,
look
I
purple.
think they were trying to appear like she didn't care
Mhm.
yeah.
so much. She wasn't trying so hard,
Right.
You know, because she was depressed.
I can imagine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, so you're married to somebody from Britain,
Yes,
and actually he's sitting right next to the camera on the other side. But you know what I'm going to do? Come on.
We want to hear you talk.
Yeah, can you pull it? Can you get him? If he pulls that stool over, do we
If he
need to
pulls
pull?
that stool up, yeah, that's not a problem.
Pull a stool off,
Or
Andrew.
just grab the chair from behind them and sit
Yeah.
between
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right here.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Grab that chair.
Look at this little chair.
It's a chair.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Andrew. This is Jenny's husband. And you're from where in England?
Liverpool.
Liverpool. Where's that? I don't mean to make fun of you, but I can't help
Where
Oh, my.
Downton is, where the series is set, probably you got Yorkshire, you got about 3 hours drive down to Liverpool.
Oh.
From London, from Highclere Castle.
No, Highclare's actually in the south. That's what we were talking about. Highclare's actually south in Hampshire, Southampton, close to Southampton, Portsmouth. It's like all the way low on the coast. And where it's supposed to be, where it's set, is Yorkshire, which is all the way in the north.
Oh.
Gotcha.
You know, but so it's like two totally different places.
Now Liverpool, is that where the Beatles were from? Did you know them?
I'm too young.
I know,
It's just
but-
a weird laugh.
Well, from them being there, I thought maybe you did.
Yeah,
very
no,
much.
you just,
Is that a big city?
like a big seaport. You just grow up knowing the Beatles are around you, you know. Like Elvis.
Yeah.
In Memphis, you know.
Yeah.
And everyone say, do you know Elvis? And they go, no.
Elvis is from Mississippi.
Yeah, I don't know, yeah,
Yeah.
Tupelo.
Yeah. So, have you ever watched this show?
Yeah, I watch it all the time.
Do you like it?
I do.
What do you like about it?
Well, I actually like all the clothes on it, 'cause, you know. I know. I just like this.
Wait,
this
I
is
didn't get
beautiful.
that. You gotta say
I
that
just-
again.
all the
for me.
clothes.
All the
Clothes.
clothes.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
Oh,
the
yeah.
Period.
the
Clothes.
Oh,
the
yes.
audience time.
Yeah, he
No, I
loves
love it.
all the old southern
Mhm.
houses because of that.
Oh,
He
yeah.
just loves.
That's one of the things that gets me about it. And the fact that living here, I don't hear that many English accents. So when something comes on TV,
Yeah. I bet you'd love it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
pick up on it and I
Yeah.
want to watch it, you know.
Yeah.
But that's
But
how
I've got
I
American
was when.
accents every day.
Yeah.
That's how I was when I was in England.
Uh-huh.
When something
Oh, no, I understand.
American would come on.
Really? Yeah.
I could listen to it, you know, because I never heard it.
Right.
But yeah, I actually like it. I think it's good as well. It's a good show.
Yeah.
It seems authentic.
Yeah, I think that's a good bit.
Have you ever been to Highclere Castle?
No, I've been down to Hampshire many times, but
Now, when you say Hampshire, is that like a state?
no, yeah. Well, I should tell you, you got Portsmouth, you got Southampton where the Titanic sailed from,
Mhm.
and you got no, Brighton's not there, but so you got Portsmouth and Southampton are in the county of Hampshire.
Okay.
Plus there's other places
Right.
that are in that same county.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know?
I didn't understand the whole structure.
And that's what it is. And like Downton is based up in Yorkshire, where you've got like Leeds, Sheffield, big cities in the county of Yorkshire.
How did you end up in the United States?
Mate.
Okay, how did y'all meet?
That's not supposed to
That
be.
sounds like a Downton Abbey
Supposed
story.
to be in this story. So no, we're supposed to be going on. Yeah. I need something in my team.
I guess we're not going to hear that, huh?
I guess not.
Mm.
It's a secret.
It is actually.
It's another show.
There you go. That's what it is. It's another show.